a lot of you probably already know about this, but for those of you who don't, this is for you. Eddie Hearn has been telling us for a long time that the only way a British fighter can get on pay-per-view is through him on his Sky Sports, Sky Box Office platform. Well, that actually seems to not be the case, because Frank Warren is apparently, as we speak, negotiating a deal with Sky Box Office to put Box Nation fights on Sky Box Office. Because Sky, as we know, as a platform, has the Box Nation channel. Sky put on many different channels. And I believe it's Sky Distribution or some other department within Sky handle the box office. Okay? And they are a separate entity to Sky Sports. So Eddie Hearn only has exclusivity with Sky Sports. No other promoter can promote on Sky Sports. But Sky Sports is a different department, so to speak, a different entity than Sky Box Office. Sky Sports put on box office shows on Sky, Sky Box Office, so they call it Sky Sports Box Office, but it's handled by Sky Box Office. Yeah, hopefully I'm not making this too complicated. You also have movies on Sky Box Office and all the other types of stuff. Well, again, according to Frank Warren, he's negotiating a situation where they're going to start putting Box Nation fights on Sky Box Office. So essentially, once that happens, that's going to seriously even up the playing field. Now, he's accused Eddie Hearn of lying and all this type of stuff and misleading fighters by some of the stuff he's been saying. But to be fair to Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren admitted that no other promoter can put boxing on Sky Box Office, but another channel can. Okay? So this is not Frank Warren trying to put fights on Sky Box Office. This is Box Nation as a channel trying to put fights on Sky Box Office. You see, he wouldn't be able to do it as a promoter. He admitted that. But as a channel, as an entity, as a channel, he can put fights on Sky Box Office. So, Fish Eyes Frank Warren has been around a very long time. He's a very wily customer. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart man. As much as I criticize Frank Warren, and I don't really have much time for him as a person, as a businessman, he's relentless, an extremely relentless person, and extremely resourceful. This is a guy who will not take things lying down. All the years I've been following boxing, Frank Warren's had many ups and downs, but he keeps on coming back and rebounding and going and going and going. And we could see 2016 being very different. Now, to me, it seems like there could be a conflict of interest there, though, because I'm sure Sky get a cut of, I'm assuming Sky would get a cut of a Box Nation show, a Box Nation pay-per-view on Sky Box Office. I'm sure Sky would get a cut of that, all right? How much of the cut, I don't know. Do they get more of a cut of that than they would get from a Sky Sports box office event? But wouldn't a Sky Sports box office event cut be going back into their own pocket? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how Sky divide up all the profits between different Sky departments. But nonetheless, will they really promote a Box Nation box office event on Sky Box Office the same way that they promote a Sky Sports box office event? Because that would seem like a conflict of interest. That would seem like they're promoting a different brand. Even though Box Nation is on the Sky platform, they'd be promoting a different brand than their own brand, which is the Sky Sports platform, if they started promoting Box Nation box office all over the place. I guess it depends on what kind of cut they're getting. I don't know. I don't know how dear Sky Sports is to Rupert Murdoch and the overall Sky monster. I don't know how dear it is to them. Do they want to let third parties like Box Nation come in and start challenging their own sports department, at least when it comes to boxing? Or do they want to make sure their own sports department stays on top? Interesting. But let me know how you feel about this, people. Frank Warren will apparently be putting on box office shows, pay-per-view. And I said this to someone a long time ago, actually. I remember when Box Nation first started, and I said Frank Warren will start charging pay-per-views. I'm telling you. And they were like, nah, he ain't gonna do that. Box Nation is a one-off fee and blah blah blah. And I said to them, listen, Frank Warren will do pay-per-view. He'll definitely do it. And the person who I used to chat to, you know who you are. I think the guy was called Neil. Can't remember his surname now. From the north of England somewhere. If you still watch, you know who I'm talking to. All right, I told you Frank Warren to start doing pay-per-views, and I told you about 2 years ago, whenever it was, 3 years ago when he first started Box Nation. He'd start doing pay-per-views on Box Nation, and here we are. He's about to do it. Apparently, according to Frank Warren, those Box Nation subscribers who are still paying their monthly fee or their yearly fee, however they pay it, they won't have to pay any extra. They'll get access to the box office event without having to pay any extra, okay, through Box Nation. But then he claims that Sky might charge them extra. Sky might bill them extra. But he says he'll work it out some type of way. So he's a little bit ambiguous in terms of whether Box Nation, well, actually, he said Box Nation subscribers won't pay any more. They'll be reimbursed somehow. Okay, even if Sky does decide to bill them extra, they'll be reimbursed somehow through Box Nation. I don't know how the hell it's going to work, but that's what he says. Let me know how you feel about this, people. Frank Warren will now apparently be on a level playing field with Eddie Hearn. Maybe fighters will start to sign more with Frank Warren now, particularly if his first box office event is a success and it generates a lot of buys and whatever. Maybe he'll be able to rival Eddie Hearn and what he's doing over there and attract more fighters back to him. We'll see how it goes, people. Drop your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about this situation? I do think that Hearn was starting to monopolize the boxing game a little bit in Britain, and maybe he does need some competition. But is this good competition? 2 channels now doing pay-per-view. So will every decent fight now be pay-per-view? Frank Warren says he won't put British level fights like Joshua against Dillian Whyte on pay-per-view. So maybe the competition will be good. Maybe it will be competition to see who can put on the better quality fights on pay-per-view rather than just sticking anything on there. We'll see how it goes. Let me know how you feel. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.